everyone. Thank you for listening to the Boerne Brew here on Boerne Radio, 103.9 FM and 1500 AM. I'm the host of today's show. My name's Kerry Barboza, and I'm the sports editor of the Boerne Star newspaper. And I'm sitting in the Boerne Radio studios in the Richter building with our producer, Roland J. Ruiz. And joining us today is Cam Johnson, national champion Cam Johnson, who just wrapped up a national championship with the University of Oklahoma. Cam, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Well, life's been a little crazy for you lately with a national title. I think I was emailing your mom trying to set this up, and she said there was a family wedding, a vacation. So we're fortunate to have you in the studios here, but how's it been? It's kind of been all kind of crazy for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a ton of blessings for sure. But yeah, I mean, I've been scurrying around on the road a bunch for sure, coming and going, so.
And have you been able to get any rest at all?
Yeah, I'm getting my sleep definitely at night. Yeah, my family knows to let me sleep. I get my beauty sleep in the morning.
All right. Well, congratulations on the national championship. Are you still on cloud nine, or you kind of come down to earth a little?
Yeah, definitely came down to earth a little bit. I mean, that was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and what we got to do as a team and as a family, and obviously the hours we put into it. We didn't want it to just be over. So getting to live on that kind of, cloud nine, as we say it, for the few days after, I mean, it was pretty incredible. And just getting to experience that with the guys that we put in the blood, sweat, and tears with, felt good. But, yeah, it's definitely settled by now, and it's national champions got a good ring to it.
So looking back at the title, what stands out to you the most? Because you've had a couple weeks now since you guys won it. What stands out when you look back at it and you think about it? What comes to your mind when you think on the national championship?
I mean, I think it was just the heart we had. I mean, I know it sounds cliche and everybody talks about it all the time, about it's truly about the heart if you want to win. And I think we proved that. I think our Oklahoma team proved that to people everywhere, to guys that maybe don't have the most talent, or to coaches that don't have the most stacked rosters. I think we kind of proved that it can be done by anyone. And just like the love we had for each other in the locker room, and we were going to lay it all out on the line every single day for each other. And whether that meant injuries or not playing as much as we wanted, or a pitcher not getting in when getting the innings he wanted later in the year, it didn't matter, and nobody cared. The guys on the bench were having those meetings during the opposing pitchers' mound visits, so that was pretty funny. And I mean, everybody was pulling on the same rope, as Skip said, and it was incredible.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed watching the series, you guys had a lot of chemistry, and that's not something you can fake. You can't pretend to have chemistry with somebody if it's not there. So that just seemed to be one of the keys, is how well you guys got along and how well you guys liked each other. You guys seemed like brothers, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great group of guys. Definitely, the personalities, obviously, they vary.
Sure.
From one side of the locker room, you have me and Mason Bigsby, who are from San Antonio, South Texas, and then you have Dayton LaChance, who's from Canada. He's from Quebec, Canada. So, I mean, and he's got his broken English. We had Grado Prado's from Puerto Rico. I mean, and just the way we all came together. And one of the first few days we had working out in the fall when we got to school was we had our first 200 or 300, which is that's conditioning, and it's pretty hard conditioning. And it was something I had never done before in my college experience, was running that hard, or even sports. It was kind of some of the hardest stuff I've ever done. And to look to your right and left and see all those guys just going through it with you, and day in and day out, and the hard practices we had, the two-a-days like Skip mentioned, those are the guys that were on the floor with you, on the mat with you. They were sweating, puking, bleeding, and I think that's kind of where it stemmed from. And I think we just took that and ran with it, and we truly loved each other.
So I know the team gets a big trophy, the big national championship trophy, but I know the players get a little replica one. Where is that one, and where will that replica go once it's settled?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it's going to stay with me. I'm going to carry that thing around like my little baby. But
keep it away from Mom, because
right now,
Mom wants to brag on it.
I know. But yeah, right now it's in Tomball. That's where I came after Norman. That's where all my family is. So it's going to stay there right now. And then, yeah, I mean, I'll probably, whatever road trip I take next, I'll probably put it right in my passenger seat. So.
Okay, well, congratulations again. That's Cam Johnson joining us. He just won a national championship with the Oklahoma Sooners, and I saw you play in high school all 4 years. I think you were on the varsity, and you played for Coach Merrill. You also played football, and you were a pretty good wide receiver. I mean, I remember I think it was the Somerset game. That was your junior or sophomore year where you just really had a big game.
Yeah, I think it was my first game back from a foot injury my junior year. I think I had like 2 touchdowns, 180, 190 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah, I think you had like an 80-yard touchdown or something crazy like that. And that was when they're still pretty good, but they had the Detmer kid at quarterback, I think, and that was a pretty good rivalry that you guys had. But my point is, you're a pretty good athlete, and so we saw some of that on display. You know, some of the plays you made at third base during the playoffs. What was the crazy play where you chased the ball past the foul line? It was fair. It hit fair, but it started going foul. You caught it basically on the other side of the foul line and made the throw to first. What game was that?
Yeah, that was the second time we played Georgia, I believe. Yeah, Daniel Jackson hit the ball. He won the Golden Spikes Award. Incredible player. And, I mean, we have our scouting reports and stuff. And he's a green runner, which, I mean, he can move. He had 26 stolen bases on the year. But, I mean, he swings hard. So I was kind of ready as the third baseman. He hits the ball hard, so I had to be ready for a shot over there. And I got one, and then it was kind of just tailing, ducking away from me the way he hooked the ball.
Yeah.
And I thought I had it standing up, and you kind of see me that last bounce. I realized it kind of picks up some speed from the top spin, and I picked it, threw the glove out there and picked it, and then I just used my athleticism and trusted Dayton Taki, who I think is one of the best defensive first basemen in the country. And if you just put it in his vicinity, there's a pretty high chance he's going to catch it. So. And
when you let it go, did you kind of know?
Yeah, I think there's one clip you can kind of see me in the whole video. You can see me throughout the whole play. I throw it, and I go down to my knees with both hands, just hoping Taki's going to catch it. And when he did, I kind of put both arms up in the air. I kind of couldn't believe myself. But yeah, once I let it go, I knew it was on target, and I trusted Taki, and I just wanted to see it in the glove. So.
And it got there.
Yeah, it did.
And I saw one play, I think you had to shift it over infield, and you were a little bit more towards second, but you ended up going past second to get the ball and made the throw. So what's your time in the 40?
40-yard dash?
Yeah, have y'all done those lately?
I mean, we don't really do those in baseball. I know I've messed around and ran, I think in high school I ran a low 4.4.
Wow. Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know what I could run now. I've got a lot faster.
Yeah, it's interesting. But I guess, that's not a stat. That football, it's definitely something that they need to know. But the baseball, I think they're higher priorities than that. But so you graduated from Boerne in 2023, I believe, and then you signed with Wichita State. You played there for 2 years. Was that a good experience for you there at Wichita State? And what attracted you to OU? Because that's where you played this past year.
Yeah, I wouldn't be the same player without my 2 years at Wichita. I especially wouldn't know as much about myself as I do now. And I have brothers that I'm going to call my brothers till the day I die that are from Wichita State. My old roommate, both my old roommates, I mean, they're going to be in my wedding. Those are some of my closest friends that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. So it was an amazing experience. And, I mean, obviously my sophomore year didn't quite go as smoothly as maybe my freshman year, as smoothly as I would have wanted in general. But I think I learned a lot. And in my 2 years there, I felt I was handicapped on offensive side of the ball, and I didn't quite get to do what I wanted. And then that's what the Oklahoma offense is all about, is chaos. So
yeah, that
spoke to me, and that's who I am as a player, is what Oklahoma offense preaches. So I thought it was the perfect landing spot for me.
So it sounded like after 2 years, you're just kind of ready to move on, and then the Sooners come in, Skip Johnson comes in, and what was the selling point that he made to you? Because I know you steal a lot of bases. What was the selling point?
Yeah, I mean, Wichita, I can't even remember my freshman year. I might have stole 7. Sophomore year, maybe 9. I know I had 16 combined in 2 years, and I knew I could do so much more than that.
That's not a lot for someone with your kind of speed.
And I'd only got thrown out 3 times. It's not like I was trying to run. I was just stagnant on the bases, and I was always itching to run. And I get in the portal, and Todd Butler is the one that called me, and he was pitching Reggie Waltz. He's the base running guy, and I mean he's dang good at it. The first thing Todd Butler said was he wanted me to come and break his stolen base record, and they genuinely believed I could do it. And hearing that was just, I mean, I was ecstatic. And then that summer, this past one in the Cape, I think I stole 18 bases in only 40 games or something, and that was already more than my 2 years at Wichita. And I just knew that my speed is arguably my best tool in my game, and I wanted to be able to use it. And Oklahoma was begging me to come use it. So,
how many did you have this year?
31. 31, I think.
How many attempts?
34, 33.
So you got thrown at, 2 or 3 times?
3 times, I think.
Yeah, wow. That's a pretty high percentage.
And I think 2 of those lefty first moves, so there's nothing I can really do.
So what was the best part of playing for Coach Johnson? Was it just seem like he's like a pretty cool guy to play for him? What was the best part for you that getting to play for the Sooners and him?
Yeah, for me, coming into Oklahoma, it was a team that I had played against, that being at Wichita in those midweeks, and just knowing that they played the game the right way. We would play against power forwards all the time at Wichita. We'd play Oklahoma State, we'd play K-State and Kansas, and Oklahoma would beat us in a little bit different of a way, if that makes sense. They would come in and they would handle their business. Their pitchers would throw the strikes, and their hitters, they wouldn't miss the 88 fastballs down the middle. They wouldn't miss them, and I mean, in the way they went about their business, they would do it, and they would pick their stuff up and they would leave. There was no showboating. There was nothing about the way they would beat us, and I really respected them as a team and as a coaching staff, as an opposing player. And so, yeah, going into Oklahoma and playing for Skip, I knew that they did things the right way, and that's how I wanted to be perceived in the game, and that's how I want to play the game. And so I knew he was the right man to play for. And actually getting to play for him, I realized he's about as down to earth as it comes.
Yeah, it seems like it. He seems very genuine in interviews.
Yeah, he's going to be Skip Johnson. He's not going to change for anybody. He's going to wear his heart on his sleeve, and he's going to do it the way he thinks is right. If you don't agree with it, then screw you.
Yeah,
but,
right. Yeah.
But no, he's always going to be Skip, and he's truly a good man.
So when you went into the portal, obviously you stated you chose OU, but were there any other schools you were interested in?
Yeah, I mean, there was obviously schools that definitely, I mean, they were tempting for sure. That's how the process goes, and certain situations happen, certain things happen here and there, and it affects my decision at the end of the day. And but no, once I got to go on the visit down to Norman and just kind of hearing their approach to the game, and they already had an in-depth breakdown of me and my game and what they wanted to work on, and just hearing how involved they were and how much they wanted to help me, that helped a lot. So that made it pretty easy.
Easy choice, yeah. So I know at one point during an interview, I don't remember which game or what part of the playoffs it was, but you mentioned Coach Merrill, Bill Merrill, your high school coach. So he and I texted a little bit during the World Series. I know he was so excited and proud of you. I mean, he's a great guy. But what was it like playing for Coach Merrill? And I think Coach Bishop was there, his assistant at the time, and I'm not sure who the other assistants were. Isenberg, I'm not sure if he was there, and Churchman were there, but what was that like playing for Coach Merrill, and what did you learn from him in your 4 years there at the Boerne High?
Yeah, I honestly think there's a lot of similarities between him and Skip Johnson. They view the game in the right way, and that they want to push people to play it in the right way and play it with class, but at the same time with a chip on your shoulder. They both have that talk with the scoreboard mindset. Don't talk until the game's over. Use the scoreboard to talk. That's kind of how they both go about it, and it's just that kind of whole mindset is how they view the game, and you should play that way. Just kind of put your head down and work and go about your business. But yeah, playing for Merrill was awesome. He truly cared about us. He wanted us to be better men, not just baseball players. And I think I am because of him. Bishop too. Bishop was incredible, and my brother got to play for both of them as well before me. And so being a little kid around the field watching Merrill and Bishop coach my brother was awesome. And then coming in and getting to play for him myself, and them just really taking me in and making me the better player and man I am today. And then, yeah, Isenberg and Church were both there. They usually coached the JV, and then they would help out when they could with our games and going into the playoffs. And I played for Isenberg and Church in football more so than baseball. And, I mean, I love those guys. Isenberg just sent me a video of his son doing our little home run celebration around third base when he hit one in the backyard in wiffle ball. And, I mean, stuff like that's incredible. And, yeah, I love those guys, so.
Yeah, and they know baseball. Coach Merrill had 800-plus wins in his career as a coach, and Coach Bishop now is the head coach at Comfort, as you know, and he's doing great things. They got him to the playoffs last year. They went to the second round. It's been a while since they've done that. So, yeah, those guys know baseball. Yeah. So, yeah, I bet it was a lot of fun playing for them.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome.
As Cam Johnson joining us here on the Boerne Brew, I'm the host of today's show. My name's Kerry Barboza. Cam helped the Oklahoma Sooners win a national championship. So I know that was your junior year, and I know the draft is coming up. I saw one scouting report had you, I think, at 93, another just outside the top 100, and I read you're projected to go anywhere third to sixth round. What are your thoughts on the draft? Where do you think you're going to get drafted? Where do you think you're going to go? What are your thoughts in general?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something I've always dreamed of. I don't want to sit here and be the guy that's saying, oh, I'm getting drafted, but I mean, it's definitely a good possibility, and we're planning for it to happen. Obviously not against going back to school or whatever may happen. I've been blessed in more ways than I can imagine, so just whatever happens this upcoming weekend, I'm going to thank God, and I'm going to ask him for guidance, and I'm going to be there with my family. But it's going to be one of the more exciting weekends of my life, so I'm looking forward to it, and no idea where I might end up. But.
Right. Where would you like to go if you had your choice? Is there any team in particular or any teams that you would like to have draft you, or does it matter?
I mean, the easy answers are the location teams, right? Florida, the coast teams. I mean,
yeah,
anybody would be okay with playing there, or Houston to be closer to my family. But I mean, no, for me, it's truly just a dream come true, and I'll play wherever.
So where are they telling you, because you played at Boerne, you were a shortstop, and I think at Wichita State you were a shortstop. You moved you to third. Where would you like to play if you had a preference?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to play shortstop. If I don't, I'm more likely going to be a center fielder or maybe even the second baseman, but I've already had the talks and stuff. I think I'm just simply too athletic to be in the corner of the field, so I think I'll be in the middle of the field somewhere, whether that's shortstop, center field, or second base. We'll see, but...
So you'd like to move more to the middle?
Yeah, definitely
Shortstop.
Middle of the field, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, with your speed, that would make sense. So as far as I know, the national championship, I saw an interview that you did. Sounds like the most treacherous part was the dog pile.
Yeah.
Wasn't that?
For sure.
I'm amazed that nobody gets spiked more than they get, because I'm sure there's a little bit of that. But tell us about that dog pile, because it sounded like nobody wanted to go down, and you were one of the first to go down. But you made sure you drug a couple guys with you, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those things you don't want to think about it before the game's over, because, I mean, the jinx or whatever you want to call it. But,
right.
I mean, it being 13-2, 0-2 count, 2 outs, I couldn't help but think about the fact that I was the third baseman, and I'm a pretty quick third baseman, so I was going to be one of the first to the mound, and I was, and you could tell, nobody wanted to be the one on the bottom. And that's why we ended up all the way in the dirt, and I got tripped, and I was going down, so I grabbed on the LaChance's catching gear, and he came down with me, and I just went down sideways. That was the worst part. So my knee was a little bit bent, awkward, and then I remember after we had a little show and tell, showing bruises and whatnot, and Desan Harris said, I think I was on someone's head. And the whole time I was trying to figure out who was on my head. So I cracked that case pretty quick that it was Desan laying on my head. And there's a pretty funny clip angle of one of the videos, and you can hear me. I'm going, help, help.
So nobody got hurt, right? I mean, not really.
No. Yeah, like I said, we had the quick show and tell of bruises and scrapes, but no serious injuries.
So I know towards the end of the SEC play, you guys, I think you had lost a couple series there, but then you go to Atlanta Regional, play Georgia Tech. You guys are down 8-2 in the fourth. These guys scored 8 runs in one of the innings and never looked back. You won 15-8. Then the next game against Georgia Tech, you guys are down 7-3, but you win it 8-7 in extra innings. Was that the turning point, that Georgia Tech series, or where do you feel like the team just kind of got on the right track?
Yeah, as a position guy, I'll say the same answer as the rest of them. It was game 2 of Arkansas, ending SEC play. Because leading up to that, we felt we were the reason we had been scuffling and kind of not on the right track. And we weren't hitting, we weren't doing what we were supposed to do, and we weren't being who we could be. I remember game 2 of Arkansas, it was pretty big. The meeting before was pretty intense. We were pretty determined to get it done and fix the way we were doing things. And we ended up losing that game, I think 14-12 or something, high scoring. And Reggie was going out of dugout, and he was picking up all of our heads, physically picking up our heads, and he was saying, that's it right there, stay right there, that's it. And I can't even tell you how many times he said that. And, I mean, it was easy to just say, yeah, whatever, because it just didn't go our way.
Right.
The next morning he came in, and he truly was saying, that's it. He said, if we wake up and keep doing what we just did, you're truly going to be shocked where you are when you look up in 3 months or in 3 weeks. And, I mean, he couldn't have been more correct. We went in game 3, and, I mean, we handled Arkansas. I can't remember the final score of that game, but we scored a lot that day too. And then we go into Tennessee, and we have a good offense, and we still lose a series. And that's kind of when it was like, man, and it was tough. But, I mean, we knew if everything clicked, we could be so good. Yeah. And then SEC tourney was the SEC tourney. I can't tell you we've said more about it than that since we came and went so fast. And, yeah, we haven't really talked about it since. It was just kind of one of those things we just moved on from. And we flushed that one. That was a one-game thing, a single elimination type of deal. We had a terrible day. And so we kind of went into the postseason, nothing to lose, but we were going to keep doing what we were doing as an offense because we knew we had been performing, and we just trusted that our pitchers were going to figure it out, and they did. So,
yeah, and then you get to you go to the playoffs. You beat Georgia Tech, then you sweep Kansas in the Super Regionals, and then you play Bama, Georgia, and beat them twice at the World Series, advance to the championship. Took the first game against UNC, Lost the second game. What was the mindset after that? They had tied it, and what I was hearing and reading, they were the favorite going into that third game, but you guys blew them out of the water in that third game. But what was the mindset going to that championship winner-take-all game?
I think any team that plays against us this past season was a favorite. We understood that pretty quickly from the critics. That was in our meeting. Every single week, we had a screenshot of the weekly pick'ems being for the other team, whoever we're playing against. I mean, it wasn't even funny. So yeah. Our mindset going in game 3, it was no different. And the baseball we had been playing, we knew. And, I mean, I can't even explain the vibe in the bus and the hotel after we lost game 2. It was so positive. It was like, so what? It was basically, we would rather dogpile at night anyways. I mean, we were saying things like that. At least we get to experience it again. Like, it's not over yet now. Like, we were saying things like that, and there was zero panic. And then the thing comes out that they're however heavy of favorites they were, and we were just like, whatever. Nothing we haven't heard before.
All right.
So, I mean, yeah, it was just nothing to lose. And, I mean, we knew what we had, and we knew that nobody else knew that, so.
Well, it sounds like you guys didn't lose your confidence at all. I mean, it sounds like you guys just kept plugging away, and so that's awesome. And then you guys beat them. You guys just, I mean, there's no run rule at that point, but you basically run ruled them pretty much. But so congratulations on that. And well, it's hard to believe that with 25 minutes it's come and gone. It's hard to believe.
Yeah, I know.
But Cam, we want to thank you for your time coming out on the Boerne Brew. Before we go, last question for you. What's your best memory of the whole thing? Is it just the dog pile? Is it your teammates? I mean, what's the best memory for you right now?
Dayton Taki's walk-off homer.
Yeah, really?
We'll all give the same answer. Okay. I mean, that kid, nobody deserved it more than that kid. And I mean, it was incredible. Yeah. I mean, I can't even explain the feeling that I had that day.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. So congratulations, and we're going to be following you. The draft's coming up. Hope everything goes well, and I'm sure we'll be reading about you a lot in the newspaper coming up.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
That is Cam Johnson joining us here on the Boerne Brew, national champions with the Oklahoma Sooners. And we want to thank you out there for listening to the Boerne Brew. We'll talk to you next time.